A very good morning, dear students. Welcome to e-learning classes of Sacred Hearts of the subject economics. Dear students, in the previous lecture of economics, we have discussed about the law of diminishing marginal utility, also known as the fundamental law of satisfaction or fundamental psychological law. According to this law, when more and more units of standard when more and more standard units are consumed continuously, the marginal utility derived from each successive unit keeps on decreasing. And it was having two assumptions that the units must be standard and the consumption must be continuous. Thereafter, we have discussed the concept of consumer equilibrium. So, consumer can be considered in the equilibrium when, given his income and market prices, he plans his expenditure in such a manner that he maximizes his total satisfaction, and if someone offers him some changes in the combination, he discards the combinations or he discards the changes. Along with that, we have discussed the different assumptions relating to consumers' equilibrium, such as the consumer must be the rational consumer. The second, there must be cardinal utility. Third, independent utility apart from the different commodities. Every of the good is having its own utility and own trend of utility. And the last that we have discussed, that is the marginal utility of money, that is MUM remain constant. What was MUM? MUM refers to the worth of a rupee for a consumer. Today we are going to discuss about the marginal utility analysis of the consumer equilibrium in the context of one commodity case and two commodity case, and lastly we are going to wind up the chapter with the concept of limitation of utility analysis. So let's get started. Just see over here that there are two concepts. The very first concept is a consumer equilibrium one commodity case. Before discussing the cases, initially we will discuss the purchase of a commodity by a buyer depends upon three factors. Whenever we use to purchase a commodity, there are three factors that keep on revolving in our mind, whether it is consciously or unconsciously. The very first is the price of the commodity. Second, marginal utility of the commodity, that means later on how much useful it is. And the next one is the marginal utility of money, that means how the money worth is for us. Now we will see the equation of consumer equilibrium. You can see the equation MUX upon PX is equals to MUM. MUX, that is a marginal utility of X commodity, upon PX, that is the price of X commodity, must be equals to MUM, that is a marginal utility of money. Now we can just take an example over here that the consumer is having the MUM of 2 utils and the price of X commodity is 4. So the concept is given, the question is given in the context of units are given and the MUX are given. So we will put the schedule in the form of equation. So we are going to make another schedule with the third column, that is MUX upon PX, and it must be equals to MUM. And how much MUM is given in the question? We can see over here, that is the 2. Now see, the first unit and second, the first column and second column have been given in the illustration. The third column MUX upon PX we have added. MUX is given and PX was given, there was 4 rupees. So we have divided the MUX by PX. So we got the, at the fourth unit we got that MUX upon PX is 2 and it is equals to MUM, that is also 2. So consumer will be in the equilibrium when he is consuming 4 units of X commodity, and it is diagrammatically present as well. You can see that there is a straight line parallel to X axis, that is a PX, that is a price line, and there is a line sloping downward with a sky blue color, that is the MUX line. Wherever both the line intersect each other, that will be the equilibrium point, and here it is the point C that will be considered as the equilibrium point. Now the consumer equilibrium in two commodity case, there are two equations. The very first is MUX upon PX is equals to MUY upon PY is equals to MUM, and the second is the law of equimarginal utility. It states that the expenditure on both commodity must be equals to the total income, must be equals to the total income or money available with the consumer. Let us take an example that consumer is consuming two commodity X and Y, both are having the price 1, and consumer is having the income rupees 10 and MUM is constant. So in this condition you can see MUX upon PX, MUY upon PY will remain same, because if we divide the any value with 1, so it will remain same. So in this schedule we can see where the both values are equal. So we can see that the MUX upon PX is 10 at 4th unit and MUY upon PY is equals to 10 at 6th unit. So consumer will be in the situation of equilibrium when he is consuming 4 units of X commodity and 6 unit of Y commodity. And if it is asked how it is shown diagrammatically, so you can see the diagram over here. Diagrammatically presentation is there. Initially with a green line MUX is given sloping downward, and with the sky blue line MUY is given. This is also sloping downward, where both MU intersect each other. That will be the point of equilibrium. We can see in the X it is intersecting at 4, and in the context of Y it is intersecting at 6. So 4 unit of X and 6 unit of Y is the situation of consumer equilibrium in the context of two commodity. Now the last topic, the basic limitation of the utility analysis is that it is cardinal, that it is countable, and it is expressed in the numbers. And if we talk about the numbers, then the same glass of water or the same particular commodity can provide the different level of satisfaction to the different people. For example, it is providing 10 utils satisfaction to me, and it is providing the 100 utils of satisfaction to a particular person who has not consumed food since last 2 days. So the utility may differ, first thing, and there is no as such scientific method of calculating the utility. So this is the basic assumption of the utility analysis. Along with this, the chapter has been completed. In the next chapter, we are going to study consumer equilibrium with the next approach, that is the indifference curve analysis. This is all for today. God bless you all.